So names and time frames. What are the names of Salah? So everybody agreed. Fajr. Okay, let's put it properly. Salatul Fajr is one. Salatul Wusta or al-Wusta. You're gonna understand why I put the as-salah here because it's an adjective here. And then you have Salatul. What was that? Salatul Isha. What verse? This is where we're at. So you guys found that answer. What verse? So Amir goes 24:58. Snap. Sorry, guys.
You just say it, bro. Yes.
That's what I mean. It's natural. You understand?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay,
That's a
hold
good
on. What
example.
what did I just? What did I just? Sorry,
58,
guys,
bro.
for
It's
whoever
okay,
was
bro.
watching this. I that's my fault. Okay, what did I say? 58. Okay, so boom. So you said that this gives Fajr and Esha. Good. So this is a big verse. That's the first thing. Okay. So now let's look at it. Okay. So before we even look at the ayah. Okay. Here, this is the ayah. Okay. This is a huge verse. There's two things. 58 has two Salah names. It's not just Fajr, right? It's also Isha too. So you have two things here, right? So what verse? So and so let's find out the tricks. Okay, so let's go here. The tricks. There are two names. Okay, so there are two names. That's in here. What else do we have in here? So so let's go back here. So 2, 4, and you have in the verse. So the problem is the verse. So now you can look at 5 you can look at as Fajr and 8 as Isha. There's 5 is Fajr. There's two. Remember, there's two. We know there's two verses. Sorry, two names. So you can say we know that. Okay, if you didn't know the surah name, I know that there's two names, and 4 is the double or square of 2. So 2 to the power of 2. So you'd be like, well, what's the point? Why am I doing all this? Why am I saying all this? Guys, the goal is just keep saying stories like this. Your brain loves this stuff. It doesn't even matter if it makes perfect sense or not, but there has to be some sort of logic.
True.
So 24:58.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm giving you little stuff here. Okay, now if you go to the verse, okay, it's a pretty deep, long verse, and I'm gonna read this in the English quick. If I see there's some really bad translation, we'll clarify that, but I think it's pretty decent. So all you who have believed, very simple. Let those whom your right hand possesses, okay, perfect, and those who have not reached puberty among you, so al-hulum, ask permission before they enter at 3 times. So this is really one of the key words. Okay, minkum thalatha marrat. Okay, marrat. So there's 3 special times. So this verse has another double meaning. There's 3 times. You're like, wow, okay, there's a number 3. So okay, that's interesting. And then before Salatul Fajr, boom, we have the first time mentioned min qabali Salatil Fajr. First, he goes in this verse is thalatha marrat. So there's 3 times, and then it's 3 special times, and we have Fajr here, a noon time frame, which is not mentioning the word Salah, and night Salah, so Salatul Isha, okay, Al-Isha, okay, very important. And these are proper nouns, so there's no alif in front of the sad here. So the as-salah, it's not as-salatul wusta, Isha, because it's not an adjective. And then Allah says again, thalathu awrat. Okay, so here instead of saying marrat, He says thalathu awrat lakum. So the number 3 is mentioned twice again. Okay? So now you have 3 being said twice. Okay, so Allah is repeating the number 3. Okay? So there's 3 special times for you twice. Okay, Allah says this. Okay, remember this. Now, why is he saying 3 twice? Could that have something to do with because there's 2 rak'ahs and all that? So when we get to the rak'ahs and all that, this is another little trick that you can start remembering this verse. So this is a very important verse. It's huge. And then it starts saying there is no blame upon you nor upon these periods. Meaning, min ba'di salatil wusta, so after salatul fajr, sorry, they can those who you control with your right hand, your malakat aymanukum, so those that you control with your right hand, your who you control, who you own, so on, can be interpreted in many ways. They don't have to ask permission to enter your boundaries after salatul fajr, after this time frame, and min qabli salatil isha, so before salatul isha instead of ba'd, after. So very important to understand that. For they are continually circulating among you. So Allah gives you a clear explanation why they can do that. Thus Allah makes clear to you the verses, and Allah is most knowing, most wise. So 2458. 2458. You have to just remember that. And this is super important. Why? The names are only mentioned here in the whole entire Quran, like this. So only one spot. So very valuable, okay? So just remember, so that means, hey, is there another place where Salatul Fajr is mentioned? No. Is there another place where Salatul Isha is mentioned? No. Is the word Isha mentioned elsewhere? Of course, yes. Is Fajr mentioned elsewhere? Yes. But not Salatul Fajr, not Salatul Isha. All right, next. What is the next name of the surah? So we already know Wusta. So we said we know what this one is. Where is it? Right now, what we're going to do is convert this number here into... So now we're going to use the one that has 2 names to help us find the one that has 1 name. Okay? So first of all, somebody said 2 Baqarah. So now we can say like, okay, I remember that Surah 24 verse 58. Listen to what I'm saying. Look at the story I'm saying, okay? I remember Surah 24 verse 58 has Fajr and Isha. Where is Salatul Wusta? I remember there's only one, it only mentions it one time. So there should only be like a 1 digit with the surah. And I remember it was identical to Surah 24. So 2, they're the same, right? Number here. So it's only 1 number, so, okay, it has to be in Baqarah. Or you should always know Baqarah is the only place that's mentioned Al-Wusta. Okay, Al-Wusta is only in Baqarah. And now we're going to go, okay, 238. So guys, just remember, anything in the 200s in the whole entire Quran is almost super rare. Yeah, so there's only Baqarah, Imran, that literally ends at 200. So we can even exclude Imran, but obviously you can, there's one. And then you have Surah Poets, Shu'ara, that goes to 227. Okay, so you kind of have to know that, but so Shu'ara is 26, is the Poets. Okay, so what this is a next level of mastery, but we don't need to know all. You guys should do that on your own. 227. This is the highest. So anything above 227, Baqarah. Only. Remember that, guys. Only. So here, this is unique verses right here. Why did I say? So Surah 58. There's so many surah that has verse 58. Okay, so many. But none has 238. Okay, so we know it's in the 200s. I like how it's messed up. Okay, how do we know it's 38? So there's 3 salah. Now the inside the verse. Now let's go to the verse now. Okay, so here we have hafidhu, so maintain or guard, ala salawat, so prayers, okay, in plural, okay, prayers. So you have at least 3 prayers. Okay, so there's at least 3 prayers. Okay, wa salatil wusta, and then Allah's putting this special emphasis on wusta, al wusta, and you're gonna notice that as-salah is written with alif lam. Okay, and this is a grammatical stuff. Wusta is an adjective, and because of the rules of adjectives, because it's middle, that's an adjective in English, every language in the world actually. So you have to put the alif lam in front. So that makes it like that. Okay, so you don't have to know what I just said there, but you should know what I just said there, okay? But we'll get back to grammar later, and trust me, I'm going to bring back this grammar stuff later. So tricks. Okay, remember, we're only trying to memorize this number. Okay, guys, let's keep it simple. We're only trying to memorize this. So let's go back. So 58, there's definitely an 8. So we know the two names, one name. So Surah Baqarah, 200 and something 8. 200 and something 8. So this is some stuff. Okay, 883. What is the obvious middle number that you can think of, guys? What is the only middle thing you can think of that can solve the 3? I would say there's 3 salah. 3 salah, and the salah is even emphasizing that there's at least 3 salah here. Hafidu ala salawat, so guard strictly upon your salats. So there's at least 3. In Arabic, it's 3. It's not salawatain or something, salawatan or something. It never says that in the Quran. There's no 2. So it never says 2. It's at least 3. So right there, there should be the number 3 no matter what. So, and it's a unique number. It's the only unique number. When I say unique number, it has to be Baqarah, a big number. Okay, so let's find unique number, meaning above 227 verses. At least, meaning at least from 200 plus. Okay, so that's what that means. Okay, like that. So that's for that's equal for number 2. Okay, for number 3 equals 3 salah. What? Okay, so that's how you say in Arabic in plural, 3 salahs. Okay, let's say it like that. And number 8 equals same ending as 2458. So the goal of connecting this one is that you connect the two together. Okay, and so you want to create memories. So now, guys, I'm gonna go here and be like randomly quick, guys. Forget everything. Move away your notes. What surah? What is the surah that has 2 names of the salah? Boom. Okay, what exactly, guys? I want everybody respond super fast. Once I say it, it needs to be fast. Where is the name of surah Al-Wusta? Where's Al-Wusta mentioned? Yeah, exactly. 238. Okay, 238 verse. Boom, like that. Okay, good, done. That's it. That's all we did today. Okay, so far, nice. Now look how Allah did this. Remember, 2 surahs have the same name, right? Okay, sorry, the same name is in one surah, and one wusta is separated between the 2, right? So this is a very clear distinction. 2 names here, 1 name here. So now let's go to the when.